Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. The focus of my presentation is improving um, recycling, improving recycling data accuracy, and reducing contamination in UK local authorities. Over the next half hour, I will talk you through the challenges facing UK councils, the solution we propose, how those solutions can be realistically implemented, and what benefits they will bring. I will also reflect on the consultancy process itself, including the challenges we faced and lessons learned before concluding with next step for both the client and myself. By the end, I hope to show you that with the right mix of technology awareness, incentives, and collaboration, we can make UK recycling not just more efficient but more sustainable for the future. Okay. Introduction and project recap. So let's start with some context. Right now, recycling contamination in the UK averages around 30% according to RAP in 2023. This means that almost one in three items placed in recycling bins cannot actually be recycled, often because of food residue, incorrect materials, or items going into the wrong bin. Why does this matter? Because contamination reduces recycling efficiently, adds to the landfill waste, and cost councils money. The latest figure suggests that contamination costs councils around £100 million a year. In our earlier analysis, we identified three key barriers. First, weak sorting practices at household levels. Second, low awareness of correct recycling tools. Third, a limited adoption of technology to support councils. The consultancy objective was clear: design future-proof system that reduces contamination and improves recycling efficiency. To illustrate, in some boroughs, as much as half of the material in recycling bins ends up rejected. That is a huge missed opportunity. Let's talk about the agenda. Here's the agenda dissection. First, I will present the final recommendation, the heart of our solution. Second, I will outline the change and implementation plans, showing how these recommendations can be delivered step by step. Third, I will share the benefits and impact that these changes will bring in the short, medium, and long term. Fourth, I will reflect on the consultancy process, including challenges and the solutions we applied. Finally, I will conclude with the next step before moving to the question and answers. This journey mirrors the consultancy process itself: problem, solution, implementation, reflection, and conclusion. Final recommendation. Our final recommendation rests on four pillars. First, AI-based contamination monitoring. Our artificial intelligence can detect contamination in recycling streams. In real time, councils can install cameras on collection vehicles or sensor at sorting facilities, which can flag contaminated loads and provide accurate data. Second, community awareness and education campaigns. Household need clear, simple messages. This means consistent bin labeling, local school workshops, and the use of digital platforms like social media to separate recycling rules. Third, incentive for households. Behavioral change is stronger when there is a motivation. Councils could introduce a reward discount on council tax or recognition schemes for households that consistently recycle correctly. Fourth, strong collaboration between councils and recycling firms. Right now, recycling rules and practices vary between boroughs, leading to confusion. By working together and sharing data through joint platform, councils and recycling companies can standardize approaches and improve efficiency. These recommendations work together: technology identifies problem, education prevents mistake, incentives drive compliance, and collaboration makes the whole system consistent. Um, Data-driven justification. Obviously, these recommendations are not theoretical; they are grounded in evidence. Contamination cost councils roughly £100 million per year, according to DEFRA in 2022. That is huge financial burden. AI-based, sorry, AI-based pilots. pilots in the London Borough of Bexley demonstrated a 25% reduction in contamination when smart monitoring was used. Survey data shows that many households are simply unaware of recycling rules. For instance, people often believe that plastic bags or grassy takeaway boxes are recyclable when they are not. And finally, international studies such as those from the OECD demonstrate that incentives with whether financial rewards or community recognition consistently improves compliance with recycling schemes. So each recommendation is supported by strong data and real world example. Um, Change of implementation plan. To make these recommendations practical, we develop a phase implementation plan. Phase one was 0 to 6 months. Launched pilot projects with AI monitoring in selected boroughs. This is low risk way to test the technology, collect data, and build stakeholder confidence. Phase two, 6 to 12 months. Um, to roll out community awareness campaigns supported by clear communication, education initiatives, and household incentives. By this stage, the pilot will already have shown success, making it easier to engage residents. Um, Phase 3, 18 to 24 months, sorry, 6 to 18 months. Ru- Rural communities readiness campaigns supported by clear community communication education initiative and household incentive. By this the pilot will already have shown success, making it easier to engage residents. Now, now we are on phase three, 4 and 4 months, 18 to 4 months. They scale the solution nationally, embedding continuous monitoring and improvement. At this stage, collaboration between councils and recycling firms will be crucial, ensuring lessons from pilot and local campaigns are shaped across the country. This phase approach is encourage stakeholders by in and allows time for adjustment. Um, now benefits and impact. What benefits can we expect? In the short term, contamination rates can be reduced by 20 to 30%. In the medium term, councils will save significantly costs while improving the quality of the recycling streams. Cleaner recycling streams mean more material can be processed successfully, reducing landfill dependency. In the long term, these changes strengthen the UK's circular economy and align directly with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, specifically Goal 11, Sustainable Cities, and Goal 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. Uh, So the impact is not just financial; it is also environmental and social. Okay. Reflection, challenges, and solution. Like any consultancy project, we face challenges. The first challenge was limited real-time data on contamination, especially at the borough level. We overcame this by using secondary sources such as DRAB and DEFRA. The second challenge was aligning stakeholders with different priorities. To address this, we applied structure frameworks such as Lawrence Change Model and Carter's 8 steps, which provided clarity and structure. The third challenge was defining the scope. Initially, the project felt too broad. We narrowed our focus by setting clear boundaries and milestones. Another challenge was time pressure. We had to balance depth of research with the need to meet deliverable deadline. We adopt agile project management to prioritize tasks and stay on track. Sorry. And finally, translating technically finding into the client's friendly insight was not easy. We used visual dashboard and simplified charts to make the data digestible. These solutions not only resolved our challenges but also made our recommendations stronger. Reflection, skills, and lessons. This project also gave us valuable skills and lessons. On the skill side, we develop expertise in project scoping and the stakeholder management, and data interpretation. Importantly, we also learn how to communicate technical findings clearly for non-technical audience. On the lesson side, these stand out. First, the importance of phased rollouts to reduce resistance. Second, the value of simplifying complex data without losing accuracy. And third, the usefulness of structured change models and providing direction when dealing with complex systems. For me personally, of the biggest lesson was that consultancy is not just about having the right answer; it is about presenting that answer uh, in a way that clients can understand, trust, and act upon. Okay, conclusion and next steps. To conclude, let me summarize our recommendation and are based on four pillars: EI monitoring and community awareness, household incentives, and collaboration between councils and recycling fund. The next step for client are clear: begin with a pilot project, then gradually scale solution nationally, embedding continuous improvement along the way. The next step for me as a consultant are to apply the skills, lessons, and confidence gained through this project to future professional practice. If implemented, these recommendations have the potential to save consumers and reduce to contamination significantly and help the UK move towards a more sustainable future. Thank you very much for your attention. That concludes my presentation, and I would now like to open the floor for any question or reflection you may have. Please free to ask about the recommendation, the evidence, even the consultancy process itself. I will be happy to explain further.